That's some good Zephyr Hills. What's going on,
Glad you
everybody?
think so.
Welcome back to the High Tier Podcast with your hosts,
Hunter.
Tristan. How's it going, boy?
Good. You guys can notice a couple changes already. Someone forgot their MacBook,
Yeah.
so I got my work laptop here. The good old workhorse. But
I got the notepad now.
yeah, you got the
so
notepad.
For the viewers that are listening to us, I'm pretty pissed off. I forgot my laptop. I got here last minute. It was the second I pulled up I realized I forgot my damn laptop. I was like, great, can't go back now. Just gotta go with the flow. Gotta roll with it.
It's all good, man. Forgive you. I gotta check if I close the door. Keep them entertained.
So, we're going to be talking about a couple things. We're going to bring in a little bit of the meme surrounding Area 51, maybe. Because, you know, the Naruto runners, they're doing a job out there, man. I don't know what
They're
else
not
we're going
finding
to
any aliens, though.
Dude, they didn't find any of them. They didn't find any of the little green men with the spaceships.
I thought that was like the biggest. I don't know. I didn't look too much into it, but I heard like over 100,000 people signed up to be there.
Oh yeah, a lot of people
And their plan was actually to storm into the base,
did.
and no one ended up doing it. Obviously, I kind of wish they did for entertainment purposes, but I'm sure a lot of people would have died if they tried to do that.
A lot of people think they're legends even if they didn't actually storm it, because all those people who did sign up for that little event, they still went.
Yeah.
And only a couple people were arrested, but they had guards out, strapped, ready to go, so if anybody crossed that line or even got close.
And I heard it was more of like a party. Everyone went out there and everyone was just like dressed up as aliens and eating a bunch of food and having a good time.
There's a sign that said like clap those alien cheeks or whatever. It was so funny. But they were out there, and it's so weird about how like even that military base was like on guard. They were ready for them people to show up. Like they had 3 men sitting out there. They had a dog. They were walking the dog up. Like I remember seeing the video, like their little live video they had. I was like, no way.
Look at this guy.
Oh, they had Pepe signs?
Yeah, I saw some stuff on it, and then obviously that guy ran behind the camera doing the Naruto run and got famous.
He is one of the legends, definitely, because like you could have expected something like obviously someone expected something like that to happen, but something that good. And that's what you're going to see on Google. If you look up Area 51 2019 September 21st.
Oh, PewDiePie talked about it.
Yeah, PewDiePie did talk about it. And he called them legends.
He should have
no matter
been there.
what.
He should have been there.
They had a picture of him as one of the guys in the very back in the actual, like, stupid pictures that they made. And, like, he's just some random guy and he has his name right over it. And he was like, what the hell is this?
Classic.
It's really funny.
But, yeah. I don't know. What do you think about Area 51? Like, I remember we were talking about this months ago on Forza when the raid first came about, and we were talking about it a little bit.
I think they have some stuff in there. I think, because, think back, it's even in textbooks. Roswell had the first sign, like the Roswell, Nevada, was where the original UFO crash landed that everybody really knew about.
Yeah.
And whoever really knew about it, you don't hear from them ever again. So, I think they have stuff there. They just don't want to talk about it, and they don't want anybody to know because the government thinks the less we know, the better. And I don't believe in that. I don't.
But they say it's just a Air Force base, right?
Oh no, it's not just an Air Force base. It's one of like it's a highly guarded one. It's another level of just a regular base.
Yeah.
Which is why they keep it so protected. One of the biggest YouTubers out there, Jesse Wellens.
Mm-hmm.
He used to work on one of those type of bases where it's completely
Like
classified, off the grid. Well, not really, because Area 51 is not off the grid, but it's more on the lines of
it's
highly
super,
protected,
super high,
maximum security.
Yeah,
and that's really interesting, because that just tells you there's something big there that they don't want anyone to know.
Yeah.
So
it said the government only officially acknowledged the existence of it in 2013.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's been there since the 50s.
It's been there, I think, either before or after the first crash landing of unidentified flying object.
Yeah.
But
I've never seen a UFO, man, but I've seen a ghost, so
I've seen ghosts.
I believe in ghosts.
I do believe in ghosts. I think eventually, maybe not in our lifetime, but maybe eventually, we're either going to be approached by a different species coming from either space, or something's going to happen with Area 51 and we're finally going to know something. I've always believed that. I believe, dude. With technology,
the way I've always thought about it is, like, not to get religious, but like in terms of the Bible and Christianity and just any religions, like on other planets, do you think they have the Bible there too, or do they have a completely different religious and political system? Or...
I can actually definitely understand where you're coming from.
That's what I've always thought.
I've thought about that too. Like, do they also believe in a higher power? Do they believe in God? I definitely think there's... Because with every species, if you think about it, there's always something they look up to. Not everybody does, but like a lot of people do.
Yeah.
So I mean, it wouldn't.
Everything with like senses does. I mean, even ants, they are all working for the queen ant and the.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't disagree or tell someone they're wrong. Or even put it into a box and because I don't know. Like, if there is something else out there, who's to actually say they don't believe in something like God?
Yeah.
So, I mean, there's an episode of Rick and Morty. Stupid to actually put it to a TV show or animated TV show. But in Rick and Morty, there's an episode where Morty's sitting at a table with a guy who's paying Rick to kill him. And Morty's like, well, do you even believe in that? And he's like, he says, do you have any proof of that being real? And he goes, there's supposed to be proof? And then he immediately like changes up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's an alien from a whole other planet, a whole other universe. And he just switched up that fast. He dies and he goes, oh my god, it was real. Thanks for doing this to me. I could have went to heaven, basically. So...
Imagine if there are just a bunch of Earths out there, and there's a bunch of people just like us,
multiple
just Earths
universes
all over. I think that there is probably life on other planets, but I think it's most likely going to be like creatures and stuff.
Like animals?
Bugs and some animals crawling around in the dirt. I don't know. I know nothing about space, so
I think there's a lot more out there.
It could be.
There's a lot of species that aren't where we are in technology and intellect, and then there's far more intellectual and smarter and technologically advanced beings. I definitely believe it.
One of the things that, it's not on this website, but that I've read before about aliens and stuff is, if there were humans or species on another planet, a lot of people think that they would have somehow come into contact with us by now, just by like sonar or some radio signal. A lot of people say that.
Oh, I think they have came close to our.
But the thing is, like, the other side always comes back at that and says, it's light years out there. It takes multiple thousands of years for stuff to travel a certain distance through space.
Yeah, but that's where it leads back to we never know how technologically advanced they are to where they can make a ship that can warp.
I bet Elon Musk knows.
I mean,
if there's someone who's gonna crack the code, it's gonna be Elon Musk.
It looks like Tesla just developed a 1,000,000-mile battery.
That man is ridiculous.
He believes in the simulation, man. He believes that all this is just some simulation and where we just keep on going.
Really? He believes in that?
Yeah, I mean, if you watch the Joe Rogan podcast, he talks about it a lot.
Yeah, I've seen his episode with the Joe Rogan podcast, but that was like 3.5 hours long.
It's really interesting the way he thinks, because I mean, he thinks of it from a side to where like technology can take over. He believes that there's a lot more stuff out there.
But he's worth $20 billion. His net worth is $20 billion.
Look up Jeff Bezos.
Oh yeah, I mean,
Jeff Bezos probably is nowhere close to how smart he is, but
111 billion.
Man, I forget the story. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comments, if anyone knows. But when him and his wife divorced, he gave her half. She took like either what she had or some of what she was given, put it into different charities, and then she gave the rest of her stocks back to him.
Yeah.
And then now he has so much money.
What I heard when all that was going on, I heard it on a radio show, is her share, and I don't remember, I think she got like 20 billion. She got like 20 billion, something around there.
Maybe.
I heard with just her shares, if she would have invested into average growing stocks, if she invested all the money into average growing stocks, she would make over 24 million a day.
Yeah, because
if she just would have done that.
Also Forbes would have kept her on the highest net worth.
Yeah.
Stats as well, because she was on it,
man.
She was on it. Yeah, I mean, think about it. Most people are gonna be like, oh, dude, I don't care. You cheated on me. You divorced me. Of course, I'm gonna enjoy that money. And then there's other people like her that are so humble and they're like, I don't like what this money is made of. This money, like if you think about it from a point of view as this money comes from a person who cheated on me. It's stained with that. This money is stained with these memories.
Yeah.
I don't want that. She still has her own pieces. She already has the money that she has. She doesn't need the extra money that she gets from him.
Yeah.
So I think if we were right about this, I think she made a good call, and I respect her call that she made.
Yeah.
Because if you take money that's stained, it's only going to it'll either not hurt at all, or it has the possibility, if it hurts you over time. And that sucks. What's her net worth?
Mackenzie Bezos.
Mm-hmm. There it is. She's 35.1.
So that's more than Elon Musk.
Yeah. So she either...
Dang, and Oprah's only worth $2.7 billion. That puts it into perspective. Oprah's huge. She has her own TV channel.
Bill Gates is right below Jeff Bezos. And remember, Jeff Bezos started with Amazon being just a online library and sell books.
Yeah. How do people do it, man? How do
they take an idea?
People do it?
No, that's not, dude. It's so easy, actually. You take an idea, and you find products that fit with everyone. Like So people who like technology, you buy and sell products that people like at the same price and at a cheaper price. And once he came out with Prime, he makes it easier than people having to buy a laptop. Like Vitaly just bought a laptop, he got it in a week. People who get a laptop on Amazon can get that shit in a day because of Prime.
Yeah.
So I mean, honestly, he did it right. He marketed so many different products, so many different brands, and he said, "Here, let me help you guys out. I can make I can make a website that's so easy where it can connect your brand with this online, and people can just come here, buy it from you. I just get a piece of it."
Yeah. And what I heard, I don't know if you were with me, but is Amazon actually makes most of their money off their like cloud service and stuff.
Yeah.
That's where they make most of their money. But yeah, Jeff makes a measly $4 million an hour. $4.4 million an hour.
He can do whatever he wants, whenever he wants.
I'd say so.
And say one of us.
But is he happy?
He's happy with the woman. He's happy with the mistress. The lady that he cheated on his wife with. He's happy with her. He's been happy with her. Like I'm not.
He's only 5'7".
Yeah, he's only 5'7".
Wow.
He's a short king. But
Short king.
But that's what's crazy. It's like say one of us, at 21 years old, making 4 million what?
4.4 million an hour.
Yeah, 4.5 million roughly, an hour, and us living in because when we get you and I, if we got money like that, yeah, of course we'd buy some things that we've always wanted, but we probably wouldn't buy these huge extravagant houses. We'd get a place where we wanted it. Honestly, I can't.
That's so much money you can't even think about what to do with.
Exactly. What the only thing I could think of is
even $4 million a year. I don't think I could spend $4 million a year, and this guy makes $4 million an hour.
Well, that's the thing. If you want a really nice and luxurious Manhattan penthouse,
yeah, I know they
$60 million.
That's true.
For one of the most expensive ones, it's $60 million.
He could buy that in a couple days.
Yeah, yeah. He could buy that in maybe a week or two. He'd be like, "Oh yeah, that's chump change to me, mother. Come on." But it's crazy. Before Steve Jobs died, he was making a lot of money too.
Oh yeah.
It's so crazy how you can just take one idea.
But that's actually funny that you mentioned Steve Jobs, because on the subject of like net worth and everything, people were talking. I don't remember who it was, but it was either a TV show or a YouTube video I was watching, and what this guy said stuck with me. And he was talking about Steve Jobs, and he was like, Steve Jobs didn't get to enjoy too much of his earnings, and he said you never want to be the richest man in the graveyard.
Oh yeah.
So it's always good to kind of enjoy yourself a little bit.
I agree. If you can make money like that,
Can't take it with you.
Don't be afraid. Most people earn money so then they can bring the money down their generations. Mm-hmm. So then each generation has something. Look at Gordon Ramsay. Gordon Ramsay literally said he's not leaving a job for his children.
He said that?
Look it up. He literally said, none of my kids are getting it, and they understand that. He wants them to build he wants them to build up as just like how he did. He wants them to learn and go through all the struggles that he went through as a child, and he just wants them to understand how hard they need to work. Yeah, my fortune won't be going to my children in my will. I don't know what exactly he's going to be putting it into, but he literally said, "I'm not giving it to my kids. They need to work and earn it themselves." And he's giving them the tools by showing them that they can be incredible chefs. But here is where it might do something. It's like they're going to be expected highly of, because if their dad was one of the greatest chefs ever, they have to live up.
One of the biggest savages ever.
They have to live up to that.
Yeah.
And they already have his attitude. So, I mean, they just gotta implement that. They gotta. They have to. If my dad had the attitude of that, there'd be no way of not having that.
Yeah.
It's Gordon Ramsay. It's Gordon Ramsay, man.
Dang.
And he's an incredibly nice guy. He was on Hot Ones on YouTube with I forget his name.
Wasn't Casey Neistat on that?
Yeah, Casey Neistat was on it. He was just on it for the second time with Marquise Brownlee as well.
When is he gonna make another video?
I think Casey's out of it because he just went on a podcast with I forget his name as well right now at the top of my tongue, but his opening line for any of his videos is, "What's going on, you beautiful bastards?" I forget his name, but he was just doing a podcast, and it was literally about Casey being burnt out by vlogging every day for 3 years.
Oh, yeah.
So, that's why he doesn't make videos anymore, because his son, Owen, goes to Stanford. He's there with his family and his wife's family, or some of it.
Yeah.
And then he has 2 kids, so he's still working, because he still works with 368, I think.
Yeah, whatever happened to 368?
Oh, they're still doing it. You look up their Twitter, like, they're still doing their own little thing. They have little events that happen every week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I mean...
Because I remember he was advertising it like crazy, and then all of a sudden I never heard of it ever again.
It's because it's his company. I mean, but he's got other people in charge of it.
Yeah.
But he's busy taking care of his kids. Like, I get it. I mean, he's posting on Twitter all the time.
Mm-hmm.
He's always doing that. It's really
It's hard to stay at a certain level when you've set your bar that high, like Casey did.
Mm-hmm.
Anything under that, your viewers are going to see it as not good. I mean, I'm here asking why he hasn't made a video, because I'm used to him making a video every day for, 2.5 years?
I understood when he started saying, like, he was going to be slowing down. Because at that point, I expected, because a lot of YouTubers do that. They're like, I'm going to take a break. I need this for myself. And then I know over time, because when you take a break from YouTube or doing any of that, when you take a break, it's really hard to get back into that routine.
Yeah.
And that's where you get insecure on, like, am I ever going to get back into this? Am I ever going to love it like I used to?
Mm-hmm.
And that's the whole struggle. And eventually, they get out of it. And that's where, like, I understand. David Dobrik has been doing the same thing for so long. People are going to be like, oh, why did David Dobrik stop? And then I'm going to be sitting here because, like, dude, how many vlogs has he put out? He will sit here and say, oh, I'm going to do this for as long as I can. And he will. And then one day he's just going to need to be like, okay, I need to stop.
But also, I don't watch too much of his channel, but most of those really high up YouTubers, they have an entire team of people. They have editors and all these people who edit all their videos. Oh, so yeah, it's still a lot to have the camera in your face all day. But my thing is I don't think Casey did that. I think Casey always did his own stuff.
David edits his own videos too.
Still?
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's why he's gone off of his schedule a bunch of times, because he just did this whole thing for Nickelodeon, and he said, sorry guys, I'm going to get this edited, I'm going to have it up. He still edits his own videos. He has hours and hours of footage, and he puts it all into 4 minutes and 21 seconds. Literally, he's talking about what he does. He films the best that he can get, and he puts it into a 4-minute, 21-second compilation kind of thing.
Yeah.
And that's why Casey's always said David Dobrik was one of his favorite YouTubers. It's because his fast-paced, highly unexpected vlogs.
Mm-hmm.
Like one day you never expect it. He's in his Tesla with Kylie Jenner and Stas. You would have never expected it.
Yeah.
And it just shows up. And it's really crazy. And it's funny how I'm going to be in LA in less than a week, and I'm going to be in this whole thing in LA again. To some people, it's like nothing. And to me, it's like I could see one of these people on the side of the road.
Mm-hmm.
I could be filming, and then Saturday or Sunday, go out downtown LA. Boom! You just run in to David Dobrik in a freaking TMZ truck, just screwing around. That'd be really interesting. It'd be really dope.
It'll be cool to be around so many influencers and actors
Oh, yeah.
and actresses, and
It's very exciting. But besides that, man, what do you want to talk about? Because I've been throwing this out,
yeah.
all of this stuff. What do you got on your mind?
Well, I'm still thinking how it was crazy today how the guy who bought my Camaro found my YouTube channel and
Dude.
commented.
That's right.
Yeah,
That's
that was
crazy.
really crazy. Yeah.
Did you ever hit him up?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, dope.
Yeah, I ended up talking to him a little bit. But yeah, I asked him how he found the channel. He said he was just looking up ideas for the Camaro, and one of my videos popped up, and he was like, "Oh, that looks like the one I just bought." He clicked on it, and then he watched all the other videos and realized it was mine. So, but that's
so
all
dope.
out there. Like what I thought immediately is, oh, he's gonna see all the stuff from when I got in the accident. He's gonna see all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I mean, that was on the Carfax and everything.
He's getting the rundown of everything.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
Yeah. So he told me some of the stuff he wants to do to it, and he said, "Yeah, I'm glad I got yours because you already have a lot of stuff done that I wanted to do." So. That's the thing. It's actually hard to find people like that in the car community because most people want to do all their own stuff.
I mean, you already have the spoiler. You have the X pipe.
Yeah,
Do you
the
think you want
spoiler, the exhaust, the short shifter, the
Yeah.
wheels,
Damn.
intake, everything. Not everything, but your basic starter mods.
Yeah.
I have all of them.
How old was the kid? Was he young?
I don't know. I didn't ask him. He said he works in Orlando, and he said he already got pulled over. He sent me a picture of him in a police car. He's like, "Fun car, man," with the laughing emoji, and he sent me a picture of it.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
Poor guy.
Well, it's loud. It's red.
It's the pull me over red, man.
Yeah, I'm flying under the radar now with my white little Golf.
Dude, I still haven't switched my license yet.
Mm.
And every single time I see a cop, I'm like, oh, I gotta make sure I drive extremely careful.
What do you mean you haven't switched your license?
I have to change my address.
Oh, you still haven't changed it?
Dude, I'm thinking I might do it one of these days coming up.
Yeah.
Just schedule it so then I can change. At least I can get my new license before I go.
I want to change mine.
Dude, you
Because I want the sideways.
I want that
the
in
sideways, and I want the new style, because they have the new style for the...
I forgot they did.
Yeah, they have the new style. It looks a lot cooler.
I gotta go get it done. I mean, I get off at 3 o'clock Thursday and Friday and Saturday, so...
Doesn't it cost like $50?
No, if you trade in your old one, it's for free.
That's the old one.
What's the new one look
Yeah,
like?
this is the new one. This is what the new one looks like. Are you an organ donor?
Yeah, of course.
I'm not.
Yo, why? What the hell, dude? Well, you
I
guys
would
when
do-
someone needed your organs.
I would do it. I would do it now. It
I
was
think you're
just
selfish.
no. I would do it now. Maybe I'll change it when I go get my new one.
Do you want to be an organ donor?
Just
Do
when
I
I got
say yes or no?
Just when I got my learner's permit, I said no.
If I get the sideways one, they'll know that I'm 21 automatically. Well, actually no, because nowadays people have to actually have the scanners when you walk into like clubs now, and I'm just like, come on, dude, come on. Looking at me, you'd be like, dude, are you sure this isn't a fake? Do I look that young, homie? But
no, I mean, mine expires in a year, I think. So
I think mine does too.
Yeah.
So I mean, it would be a good idea to start getting that switched up.
yeah. But what about you? You happy with your new phone? I'm surprised you haven't talked about it yet.
Yeah, I like it. I've really enjoyed it, man. I love the green. If you actually lay it in front of like a different colored green, it sometimes looks like a grayish. So at times you can either have the space gray look, and then at other times you have the green look. I really like the phone. I've tested out the Ultra. It's the Ultra wide angle lens. That's what it is. And
well, the pictures you took of me and Vitaly yesterday were really good for low light.
Especially with the flash one, because like the night mode needs some. It needs to be fixed in a little way, because it kind of looks orangish and it's trying its absolute hardest to show the night, which takes time. I mean, they could probably perfect that next year, or they could probably fix it through an update.
Yeah.
But with flash, you got the entire car perfectly. You got both of you, no color distortion at all. Like, it had you guys looking crystal clear.
Yep.
As if it was a little bit of dark out. So, I mean,
I saw the picture you retweeted on Twitter.
That didn't look bad either.
Of the New York
Manhattan Bridge.
Yeah, that was amazing.
That
looked amazing.
So, I mean, it's like at different times of the night. So, like, last night we were under street lights, and then Vitaly's car was on. So, I mean, it could probably switch it up. Especially how they got the lights on the bridge and the city of Manhattan. Like, they got all the lights on it. And it just reminded me of the Pixel. Because the Pixel 3, you take a picture with the Pixel 3, it looks like it's just entirely been software that's done it.
Really?
It's literally like software, and it looks fake. The Samsung Galaxy Note or Samsung Galaxy S, the newest ones, if you take a picture with those phones, they look realistic and look very clear. With this phone, they made it look really good, especially with that picture on Twitter.
Yeah.
So you just gotta find the right time. So I mean, also my phone was like in its little sunrise thing with the orange on the screen. So like if I looked at it again, it probably would. I'll actually give that a look, because it was nighttime at the time, and I should have thought about that. Just so then I could...
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah, even now, still, like, that...
That's the low light mode?
Yeah, that's low light. That compared to that, where you guys are, like, crystal clear... Even with the ultra wide angle lens, like, it has you guys pretty well.
Yeah.
So I mean, yeah.
Glad you're happy with it, man.
Hell yeah, man. When you gonna get one?
I gotta check. I should be able to trade in this 10R and get it. So I don't know. I'll check to it soon. But
yeah, you need to check up on it. I mean, it's probably not going to be that bad for you.
Yeah, it won't be bad. We already checked a little bit.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Good, man. Gonna hop on that green?
Oh, yeah.
I saw a deep sea blue version of this phone, and I was like, hands down, if Apple went with deep sea blue instead of the midnight green, take all my money. I would keep that phone. I would buy it out. Just to have it, because that was such a beautiful color.
It was a render. It wasn't an actual.
Yeah, it was a render. It was, such a pretty phone color, dude. With the matte, like a matte navy blue.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. But yeah, man.
Thank you guys for watching episode 3 of the High Tier Podcast. This one We'll be on Apple Podcasts.
Yeah, dude. And either
we're on Google Podcasts. We're
basically on everything. We don't know if we'll go on to Apple Podcasts immediately once this is up.
Yeah.
It might take a day or two.
Yep.
But this is what we've been looking forward to, like to be able to post this and then just download the actual Apple Podcast and then it be on, and then not have to have any other podcast on. This has been so dope.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I've been really into this whole podcast thing, man. Like I look forward to it every week. Every single time we film, I'm like, let's get into it. Let's do it.
And we got some really cool segments coming up soon. Some things we want to try. So thank you guys again so much for watching. We'll see you guys next Wednesday.
And absolutely. Make sure to always like, subscribe. You can always follow us on Apple Podcasts, Anchor, Google Podcasts, Spotify. There's so many, man. It's hard to think of one, but those are like the top ones. Besides that, continue to give us feedback. Let us know what you guys think of the podcast. Let us know if you want to hear about anything else. Like last time I said, drop down things on the comments. Leave us comments on all of our different other podcast places. Also, like I said last time, if you want us to talk about something that we don't know about, we got the laptops for a reason. We can literally look it up. We have software to be able to screen record on my MacBook. Like I said, I just forgot it. That probably would have helped tonight, but we'll do it in the future. But
so what we can do is put that in a little window on the video?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So that's what you're talking about.
Edit. Yeah, we can do that.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it would be a pretty good idea. But anything else to add?
That's it.
Have a great night, guys.
Next Wednesday.
Have a great week.
Yeah. See you next time.
See you next time.